Hello, greetings. I hope you are doing fine and welcome to our YouTube channel. So the focus of this video is to show you how to develop decisions in the BSG simulation games with a specific focus on year 15. To kickstart our decisions, it's always important for you to evaluate the footwear industry report and the comparative competitive efforts report. So I'll abbreviate this as the CCE and the FIR reports. In the CCE, this shows you what your company has been doing and what your competitors are doing. In this case, we are company E, and as you can see, we are not doing badly off, because if you look at our scoreboard, we are ranked as the second best company E, with an investor expectation score of 116, best in industry score BII of 93, and an overall score of 100. Our hope is that we can do better and maybe match or even surpass company A. Let's kickstart our decisions. It's always important for you to start with the compensation and training page. And since this is not a real world where you have to pay employees more for them to stay, or maybe to pay them more, as for you to reduce the instances and cases of employee turnover, we can maintain a base wage of 1% in our compensation and training of production workers. We can do the same in our Asia Pacific facility, and also maintain a 1% in the Latin America facility. In this case, we won't offer any incentive pay or fringe benefits. We leave them that way, but we have to invest maximum on our best practices training per worker. The reason for us investing maximum in this area is because we want our employees to have the skills and capability to produce quality products, and also have a case of less rejects in the case of our production. Supervisory staff will maintain it at a ratio of 40:1 in all the market segments. That's from North America facility, the Europe Africa facility, and the Asia Pacific facility, and even the Latin America facility. For the supervisory compensation, we'll also maintain it at 1, so we won't change anything. Those decisions are enough for our first page, that's compensation and training. So next, let's move to our branded production. In our branded production page, we have to specifically develop decisions on the SQ rating that we want and the total products that will be produced in every warehouse, in each of our production segment. So we have an SQ rating of 8.7, 8.6, so we want to maintain the same 8.7 in all the markets, because if you evaluate our CCE report, you realize that because we want to adapt a broad differentiation strategy, so we don't have much competition on our 8.5, except for company B, which is our greatest competitor. But we have some advantage because we have been investing more in terms of advertisement on search engines, so we have a competitive advantage over them. So we can decide to maintain the same SQ rating of 8.5, or maybe increase a bit to 8.6 instead of 8.7. In this case, it's always important for you to start with the number of models. We'll aim to increase our models to 500 so that consumers can have a wide variety of products to choose from. And then we want to also increase our superior materials to 40%. I think 40% is the industry average, and this will be fine. So let's increase this to 40, and also in Latin America we increase it to 40. After developing our superior materials and the number of models that we aim to have, we now want to, it's always important for you to maintain the TQM at the highest, because TQM, or the Six Sigma quality program, also aims to increase the capability of your employees providing the best quality products. So maybe we'll reduce our enhanced styling features, so to ensure that we achieve the 8.6 that we aim. Yeah, so we'll leave this at 49. We'll also have to reduce the one in Asia Pacific. So here we don't have 8 point. we don't have 8.6. Yeah, we can maintain it at 8.7, while in Latin America we'll also have to reduce the enhanced styling features, so 8.6, that's fine. So we have achieved an SQ rating of 8.5 in all the market. We won't make decisions on the pairs to be manufactured at this case because we'll come back. So next we can move to the wholesale and internet marketing decisions. So in the wholesale, as you saw previously, we had an SQ rating of 8.5, we have maintained. So 8.6 we have improved in other markets except for the North America facility. So I think it will be wise for us maybe to increase the product by the price of the product by $1 in each segment. So 75 instead of 79, maybe we can do 81 instead of 77 because we also increased in this market. Let's do 79 also in this case. And in Latin America, maybe we can increase by 1, that's 81. On brand advertisement, we always aim to be above the industry average. When you evaluate your CCE report, you realize that like in the industry, the brand advertisement for North America average was 17,056. So we are way above it, so we can maintain this brand advertisement at 17,500. When you evaluate the Europe Africa market, the average was about 15,444 for brand advertisement, so we are also above average, while in Asia Pacific market it was about 13,600. We'll also maintain that. What we'll aim to improve, maybe we can improve the Asia market a bit, but we'll still come back. In Latin America, the average was about 12,333, and we have about 17,000. So we are also above that. Retailer support, this is another area we need to improve, maybe make decisions or changes. But if you evaluate the CCE report again, you realize that in all the market segments, we were above average. So like in North America, they had an average of 3,028. We are way above that. In Europe, Africa, they had about 2639. We are also above that. In Asia Pacific, it was also about 26 or 23. We are also above that. While in Latin America, the industry average was about 1800. So we are above that. Also, we'll leave them this way. Maybe we can aim to increase the we have increased the wholesale price. So maybe we'll aim to, we can leave to the internet marketing segment after this. So from the industry, the internet, sorry, not the industry, but the internet marketing segment, we'll first start by increasing our retailer price, because the retail price has to exceed the wholesale price by about 40%. So we can increase in all of them, in all the market segment, until we achieve the 40%. So yeah, that's it. 110 in Asia Pacific and 113.64 in Latin America. Search engine advertisement, it's also an area we have to evaluate the CEE report. In North America, the average was about 7. So we are, I think in all the market segment, we were above the industry average. Maybe in Asia Pacific, we can increase this a little bit. Yeah, we can increase that to 5. And then we increase this instead of 57.50. Yeah, that's not a bad decision. So I think we are done with the wholesale and internet marketing. What next is the production facility. We can go to the production facility page and develop decisions for this page. So production at the beginning of year 14 for North America, because the other facilities, the other production equipments were phased out, it has dropped to 2,000. So the first decision can be, maybe we can purchase some production equipments. I think purchasing 3,000, it's a wise decision. And if you evaluate the percentage of new and refurbished production equipments in Asia Pacific, you realize that the percentage of new is 92, while the refurbished are 8%. So maybe you're making a decision of purchasing an additional 3,000 will be fine for the new. This takes us to 7,000. Maybe we can increase this to 3,500, and then sell some capacity. We can sell some capacity because we don't want the 5% of the refurbished. Maybe no, we'll sell, maybe let's see if we sell 750 and make a purchase of an additional 1,000. We can decide to sell because we want to sell the old production equipments. Let's say we sell 1,000 and buy a new, maybe let's say 2,000. I think that's fine. No, let's say we make a purchase of an addition. Yeah, I think we can maintain the decision buying 2,000 new facilities and selling some capacity. So that's fine. In the Latin America's market wholesale or market segment, we have an available space of 5,000 and production equipment of 3,000. Maybe you can also decide to purchase some new products in this segment. Maybe if we boost this up to, we can make a purchase of 500. I think that's not bad. So I still have a problem with the Asia Pacific facility. Maybe we sell 500 because we have a production capability of 6,500 out of 8,000. Okay, that's not bad. I think we can maintain this decision that way. So next, we won't construct any new facility, any new additional space, because as you can, if you evaluate the space available and the production equipment, we haven't yet filled all the spaces. So I think we'll leave it that way. We'll leave it, I think here maybe instead of, 3,000 is fine, or maybe we make a purchase of 2,500. So 500 additional pairs, that's fine. So after our production facilities, we'll head to distribution and warehouse decisions for this segment. So for the distribution and warehouse page, so first, it's always important for you to zero on all the markets. Zero in all the markets, and then we can evaluate the demand. So projected demand is 35, almost 3,500 in North America, but we don't have we are still yet to decide on our branded production, so we can just decide to have 3,500 shipped to that. We have a shortfall of about 1,000. That should not worry you because we'll go back and still make decisions. And then we can head to the Asia Pacific. The demand in this market is almost 2375, so we can satisfy the area first with 2375. See if we have any surplus. We have a surplus of 222. That's not bad. So in Latin America, we have a demand of almost 2691. So all the products, we can decide to sell all the products we produce in Latin America. Let the products remain in the same market. So that will be 2793. So we have a surplus of about 33. we want to boost this up. So instead of 27.93, let's say we supply 3,000 in Latin America. So surplus of 240, that's not bad. 239 in Africa, we all have a demand of about 2,800. So the remaining products in Asia Pacific can be shipped to Europe, Africa. Say 1607. We still have a surplus of about not a surplus, but a shortfall of about 1,200. So let's see if we, the ones produced in North America, maybe we can ship the 1218 to Africa, to Europe, Africa. So we have a shortfall of about 2436 in terms of our production. So we still have a shortfall in Africa, while we have excess by 300 in an inventory of about 300 in the North America warehouse. This should not worry you. Let's increase this to almost 1500. So let's see on our surplus. So our surplus of 312, 232, 289 and 240, that's not bad. Maybe we can clear some inventory. Does it yield a positive impact here? A margin cost of 1154. If we clear 25, what about 50? What about, we want to have the maximum margin over direct cost. So with 75 we have 25, 14. So we'll clear about 25 of the products in our North America warehouse. In Europe, Africa, so 992. If we clear 25 at about 50, we have about 1983. Not bad. 75, we have 2073. Not bad. Again 27. So we can clear 100%. What about our Asia Pacific facility? 1873, 27. So we'll clear about 75% in the Asia Pacific warehouse. So we'll clear 100% in our Latin America warehouse, but you'll see that these decisions have led to a shortfall in all the market segments. So we'll increase a bit. Maybe in North America, instead of 3,500, we can boost this up to 3,800, our production. So we have a surplus of 241. That's not bad. In Europe, Africa, instead of 15, we increase this to, let's increase this to 1,800. Surplus of 137. Maybe we do 19. $234. Not bad. In shortfall of 166 in Asia Pacific. So maybe increase this by 300. Let's see. Instead of 23, we can do 27.75. So 234 surplus, that's not bad. Latin America, instead of 3,000, maybe we can do 3,200. Surplus of 156, not quite good. So let's do maybe 3,300. Sorry, my internet was acting up, but I'm back. Let's continue the decisions. So in North America, in the Latin America warehouse, we have an inventory of 256. That's fine. So we can head back to our branded production decisions and maybe increase productions in these facilities. So in North America, we can increase our production to maybe 4,500, and in our Asia Pacific, we can increase this to 4,600 and maybe 3,400 in Latin America. Let's go to distribution and warehouse and see the impact of this. We still have a shortfall. So in North America, we can boost this up to maybe 5,000. Let's see. We increase this to almost 4,800, and we boost this up by maybe 100, 3,500. Still have a shortfall, but this should not be a problem. So maybe for the Latin America facility, we don't want to increase production because we want to remain with a space for the private label operations. So 3258 will be fine in this segment. Yes, 3258. So we have we need 168. We have an extra of 168 in the Asia Pacific market. So we can maybe decide to ship this to Africa, to Europe, Africa. So it will be 1775. And in the North America facility, we still have a shortfall of 945 pairs. So we can head back to our branded production and boost our production in this area. So instead of 5,000, maybe we decide to produce 5,000. No, we can maintain 5,000 for our North America facility and maybe boost up the Asia Pacific market production in the Asia Pacific facility to maybe 5,300, so that we can ship more into Europe, Africa. Maybe here we'll only ship 1,000 to Europe, Africa. And here we take the extra 477 to Africa. So it will be 2249. So in Africa, we still have a shortfall of about 125. So we'll be forced to just boost branded production in our North America facility. So instead of 5,000, let's boost this up to 5,300 and see the impact. So in distribution and warehouse, we have an extra 240 pairs. Maybe so we can satisfy our North America segment first, and the rest can be maybe sourced from our Asia Pacific facility. Let's go back and increase production in our Asia Pacific facility to maybe 5,600. Let's see the impact of this distribution and warehouse. So an external, we'll need to boost it up a little bit further. $5,800. Let's go to distribution and warehouse 474. So what we are taking to Europe should be boosted up 2723. So 2723. Yeah, we have surplus in all the market segments, but I realized that with the increase in production in the North America facility, will be forced to buy additional space, not additional space, but more pair production equipments in North America, so we can boost this up to 3,000 so that we can have enough capacity to produce products for the private label market. So after distribution and warehouse decisions, we'll go to, so everything is fine in this segment. We'll go to private label operations. So we have satisfied the global minimum SQ rating for all the markets because it's 5 SQ, an SQ rating of 5, while we have 5.2 in North America, 5.7 in Asia Pacific, and 5.1 in the Latin America facility. So we want to transport products in all these market segments. Let's start with North America, where we are able to produce 700. Let's see. So it surpasses the private label market share capability. We can drop this to 650 and see. So that's fine. While in the Asia Pacific market, let's see, we can produce maybe 700. So we haven't surpassed the market. Boost this up to 750. Now we are forced to maintain it at 700, while for the Latin America we have 600 with a capability of 700. Maybe if we say we can produce 700, okay, we are still yet to meet the market threshold. For the Europe Africa market, let's start with 800 and see. We have surpassed that, 750. Still a higher number, 700. Okay, 650. Yeah, we can maintain it at 650, but we realize that in the Latin America facility, maybe let's see if we can ship an additional 100. No, it's surpassed. What about 50? Maybe we can leave it at 0. So the price, maybe we can drop this price a little bit. Instead of 37, we say 36.5. Still have a positive impact on our margin over direct cost. Instead of 49 in the Europe Africa market, we do 48.7. And then instead of a 42.5 in our Asia Pacific market, we maybe do 41.8 and 48.5 in the Latin America. No, let's do 46 in the Latin America segment. So 20.8. So after our private label operations, we can go to celebrity endorsements. So we already have 3 celebrities under contract with our company. We won't terminate their contract, but we'll try to sign additional celebrities, though we have a maximum of 3. But what you should do is that you should always choose the ones with the highest appeal indexes. In our case, like calculation, you have to add them, divide by 4, and then you choose the highest. But for our case, we can do it randomly. Maybe let's see, the most significant contract amount is 7,500. Maybe we can go with 7,500 for all the celebrities. In terms of appeal, we'll go with the ones that we perceive to have the highest appeal in the market. Example, we can decide Kimi, Gmail will be our first priority, then followed by Bad Backstabber and Roger Federation as our third choice. This should be our fourth. Our fifth choice, Jose Montana, while Judy Judge will be our sixth or the last priority. We have to offer spending cap on celebrities because we have 7,500 in all the market segment. Maybe we can set this at 24,000. Won't spend more than this. So that's done with our celebrity endorsements decisions. We can now head to the corporate citizenship, whereby I just realized that the use of recycled boxing is expensive. Maybe we can stop working on this. You'll see that it increases our earnings per share. So we can maybe continue with energy efficiency initiatives. Yeah, the maximum is 500. 2%. Maybe we can also drop this to 1% because we have won some. If you evaluate our reports, we have won some awards on corporate social responsibility in the previous rounds. We won 2, so I don't think we should continue spending so much on our CSR initiatives. Next decisions after the CSR decisions is the finance and cash flow. So in our finance and cash flow, the first decision should be always to reduce our shareholder equity, and this is always possible through stock repurchases. As you can evaluate the performance on rating measures, we are not doing bad because we have an interest coverage ratio of 11.31, projected 0.51, and the risk of loan default is low. So we don't have problem with that. Maybe we can decide to repurchase the maximum possible stock, which is for 1,459. So we have a shortfall in terms of finances. We won't issue dividends in this round, but maybe we'll take some loan. Our credit rating is at B+. Maybe what if we decide not to repurchase all this stock because it drops our shareholder to 47.6 million. Our mandated minimum is 100 million. We don't want to go lower than 100 million. Maybe what about if we decide to purchase only 1009? So 198, still a little bit higher. What about 1059? 183. What about 1359? Sorry, 1359 as our stock repurchase decision. So 82, still a little bit low. 1459, no, 1459, sorry, is the maximum. So what about on 1350? 85, a little bit higher. So I think we can maintain it at 1200. We have a shortfall of about 196, or maybe, yeah, we have a shortfall of about 196, and we can decide to take a maximum 10-year bank loan to 50,000. So we have a projected cash balance of about 53.8 million, but our risk of default is low. Our debt to asset ratio below 1, that's fine, and our interest coverage ratio of about 11.31, still a little bit lower compared to the last year, but that's not a worrying issue. So I think this is fine. Developing such decisions is fine. Maybe we can decide to repay some loan. So 14, I think 14, it's fine. But we don't want to have this risk of having an overdraft loan. So our credit rating is still a B plus, which is despite us not reaching the investor expectation of an A minus. Our credit rating of B plus is still fine. Return on equity of 131 and an earnings per share of 15.73. That's not bad. I think with these decisions we are ready to go, and we can save our decisions. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and maybe hit the notification bar so that in case we release a new video, an informative video on BSG, you'll be the first one to be notified. And thank you.